If you're a business owner, marketer, copywriter, this AI tool is literally a freaking game changer. For example, you can take the best performing ads. Let's say I go to Alex Hermosi's best performing ads that he's running for school, and I can find that and I can pop them in here. So let's put 3 of those ads down. Now I can take those ads, connect them to this AI chat, and I can actually ask that AI, hey, my product is shoes. Give me 3 or 5 different hooks based on these ads, or write ad copy for me based on these 3 ads, and hit enter, and it will write and structure the ad in the same way that Hermosi has structured his best performing ad. You cannot do this with ChatGPT. You cannot do this with Claude. No other AI allows you to do it. You can also, let's say you're a copywriter and your customers have a bunch of pain points. You can have a Google Doc with all the pain points of your customers. You can have another Google Doc with all the benefits to your customers, the ICP of your customer, like who's your target avatar, right? You can actually put the benefits into Poppy. You could take the pain points and put it into Poppy. You could take the avatar and put it into Poppy. You could connect it to AI chat, and you could say, hey, write the ad based on Hermosi's hooks to sell shoes to this avatar, and make sure you hit those pain points and you hit those goals, hit enter. It will end up writing all the copy for you, and look at that. It's giving you something absolutely brilliant that you could actually start running on your ads and get your ads ROI and ROAS positive ASAP. I know because I use it for myself. I have an email list of over 160,000 people, and using this tool, I end up writing copy that goes out to those people. It takes me minutes to write what used to take me hours, and I send it out to my audience, and our open rates have been crazy. We were getting almost a 40% open rate, and on 106,000 people, we're getting about 100,000 opens. You can use this tool to make ads, and we're actually using that to make ads for ourselves as well, and copy of those ads for ourselves. So think about that. That would have taken you hours, and we literally could do that in minutes with this tool. So it's an absolute game changer. If you want to double how much money you're making from your ads or your copywriting or your business, you need to try this product.
Let me refresh that so you guys know it's not cap. Yeah, $10,897, and it's an AI offer that doesn't have like any fulfillment costs, so that's almost all profit from a YouTube video.
This 25-year-old made $10,000 in 24 hours from a single YouTube video. And the script took him only 10 minutes to write using Poppy AI. In this case study, he breaks down his exact process, shows his Poppy board, and reveals 3 key inputs that made it work.
I literally just told Poppy AI, like, you know, what I had in mind for the offer, and then Poppy made the whole offer for me. I made a VSL, a video sales letter, basically a video designed to sell, and Poppy also made the ads for me. So I posted the VSL on YouTube, and I made 10K within 24 hours. So yeah, as you see, $10,897. Let me refresh that so you guys know it's not cap. The YouTube video also made me like a quick 20-30 bucks of YouTube revenue too. So this was the first time I made 10K without like promoting something for a full week. This was just like a story post and an email sent to this YouTube video, and the YouTube video also generated traffic by itself, and all 3 of those traffic sources combined in one day made me 10K. And I'm like, oh wow,
Nice.
this is pretty cool. I knew for this VSL, like every word matters, especially if I'm going to be driving all my traffic to this one video. So I knew it had to be like perfect. And so that's where I knew like Poppy was probably the best way for me to be able to script out a video really quickly without me having to spend like a week or 2 weeks perfecting it. And then it did it, and it spit out this beautiful script that I just said word for word in this YouTube video. But basically all I did for the VSL, I plugged in 3 things. So I plugged in my customer onboarding form. I'll share some sauce real quick. But for AI, if you could get answers directly from your audience or customers, like the AI is going to perform so much better. So like in my complimentary program that's attached to my software company, we have an onboarding form they fill out like literally the second video. And in the second video, it goes deep on everything, like what age they are, what's their gender, political affiliation, city or country do you live in, relationship status, profession, where's your income now, where would you like it to be in 90 days, what situations are you terrified of, how much would you like to make, what dream outcomes do I have you wish you had, what limiting beliefs, who have you worked with before, who have you studied, and also just talks about like how do you find us, blah, 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 what made you invest, what pieces of content did you watch, did someone refer you, etc. But now I literally plugged in those same exact answers that are super deep. That's exactly what my customer said into Poppy, gave it my testimonials. I have a sheet of like all my different testimonials. So that way Poppy's able to read it directly without me having to put in like a huge folder. Plugged in a previous like webinar / free class of mine. I also plugged in a couple like market research docs and copywriting tips into what I call this copywriting fuel folder. And then I also like plugged in like my exact analysis of my podcast. So I just had Poppy analyze like how did I talk with my same exact style, tone, and voice off of these 6 different podcasts that I shot. And then I plugged it into this folder right here, which is like my exact voice. And then same thing with all my best YouTube videos. So I put all my best YouTube videos in a folder and told Poppy to analyze how I talk, blah, blah, blah. And then I put that in a folder too. So that's my exact voice folder. I just told Poppy to use my copywriting fuel in my exact voice and model Eman's video, but replace Eman's knowledge and business model with what I have inside my copywriting fuel. And then boom, Poppy gave me the exact script, and then I just read it word for word in the video.
That's amazing. How many like iterations did it take you?
I'd say 2. If you feed the AI the right prompts and the right inputs, then obviously you're going to get great outputs. And that's the beauty about Poppy too, is like you're literally able to plug in the exact inputs you want. I tried ChatGPT, it was trash. And I always need never to use AI, but the first time I used Poppy, I'm like, damn, this is like oddly sounding like me. Like nobody else really talks like this besides me. So this is really cool to see. No cap, this probably took me like getting the VSL and the ads probably took me 10 minutes max. I'm not gonna lie, it was really quick. Yeah, it did not take long at all. Without AI, that probably would have took me like a good week to really nail down. But with AI, it literally took like a couple clicks of a button and I got the script.
Walk me through your VSL process before you discovered Poppy and compared to like now.
I had like a couple like research documents that I would have to fill out before I do any type of copywriting. So I took a previous program that recommended these specific documents. Like it's a market research document and what we call a copy platform document. And so look how long this is. All right. You got to analyze your top 3 competitors. What products do they have? What's their headlines? How do they position themselves? What's their unique selling proposition? What promises do they make? What unique mechanism? What are people saying in their testimonials? That by itself probably takes a good couple hours. And so it's like a lot of different questions you got to fill out about a specific offer before you even start touching anything about copywriting. And then when you actually get to the copywriting document, it's like super detailed on like different copywriting psychology. And as you see, this is like 25 pages long. So when I used to make this document before AI, it would take me, not even gonna lie, like a month, like really a month to lock in and make all of this. And then now with Poppy, I literally just plugged in my copywriting fuel and my exact voice, plugged in these templates, and then had Poppy make all of this for me. So this is all from Poppy, like no cap. I just copy and pasted this into the document. And so you see how like detailed this is. Like this is like an insane amount of research and detail about my competitors and like what to look out for, as well as like different angles with ads, different angles on like which demographics, all of that. So as you see, like it's insanely easy to make copywriting with these templates that Poppy made themselves. So then I plugged in these same templates in the Poppy. But the next step after these documents was then I would just like take a look at this and then probably like research different structures on VSLs and just research different structures of VSLs on different courses and YouTube videos, and then just sit my ass down and, you know, do a bunch of work sessions and keep writing and keep reiterating and keep trying to change words over and over and over until it was perfectly the way I wanted to. But as you can tell, that takes like almost like a week to really nail in a really good VSL.
What percentage of this VSL creation that led to your win that Poppy contributed?
I would probably say like 95%. Obviously, I have to film it myself. I can't just have AI make the video. My editor had to edit the video. But in terms of like the actual scripting and the actual scripting and the ideating, that was all Poppy, not gonna lie.
Wow.